Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So welcome to another Christian Apologetics episode where I present to you guys some arguments for the existence of God and for Christianity and the reliability of the Gospels and the Bible in a very simple and easy way to understand. And also lately I've been presenting to you guys the most common objections against Christianity or against God, by atheists or non-believers, and then I showed you guys the most common and easy answers to refute these objections, so that you can conclude that these objections are actually false. And today I'm going to talk about another very common objection that denies the fact that Jesus performed miracles. So this objection was actually made to me by a classmate like last week, so I have very recent and fresh memories about the discussion that we had. And the objection goes like this. I agree with the fact that Jesus existed. I agree the fact that he was a real historical person, that he was a wise man, that he introduced new philosophies and looking about how to behave, life, and all the stuff. But then all the things, in the Gospels, in the Bible, all the details regarding the fact that, he said to be the Son of God, the fact that he performed miracles, the fact that he came back after he died, he resurrected, all the stuff, is just not true. It's something that his disciples just made up. So they added these details regarding, the supernatural powers of Jesus, just to make Jesus a legend, a mythological figure, a world symbol to create this new religion that was spreading out. So all the details regarding the miracles are just not true. They're just made up by his disciples. So this is the objection. Now the answer to this objection is very simple. It could be, because we have to be objective. So it could be that if the Gospels were the only accounts regarding the life of Jesus that we have today, it could be that his disciples made up certain things regarding Jesus, and we would have no way to corroborate if these details are true or false, right? Like any ancient kind of written history regarding any character, we can't know if there are some things that could be true or false, because we can't corroborate them. But in the case of Jesus, it's different, because we have non-biblical accounts regarding Jesus, life, death, resurrection, the fact that he performed miracles, he was a wise man, and so on. We have all these details in non-biblical sources, non-biblical accounts. So that means that we can find these details regarding Jesus from books and from accounts of other historians that were either neutral or that were against Christianity. So they would have no motive to also make up these details regarding Jesus, right? I can agree with you that his disciples could have made up the fact that Jesus performed miracles. That could be true. But the fact that, the oppositors of Christianity also saying that Jesus had some kind of magical powers, that would make no sense, right? Why would someone against Jesus make up something like that? It's just nonsense. So the fact that we find in all these non-biblical accounts regarding Jesus, we find details, reports that Jesus had magical powers, that he did wondrous works, he did like impossible things, the fact that he was reported to have come up after he died, all these things regarding his life, in all these different accounts that were neutral or against Christianity, then that proves that what the gospel says and what the Gospels actually say about Jesus is true. Because we have in both biblical and non-biblical accounts, we have the same details, and so therefore we can corroborate the Gospels with these non-biblical accounts. And I'm gonna just read you guys down some things here. Again, I'm quoting from Cold Case Christianity by J. Warner Wallace. For example, Josephus, he from his texts, from his versions, and we can find the fact that Jesus lived. He was a wise and virtuous teacher who reportedly demonstrated wondrous power, was condemned and crucified under Pilate, had followers who reported that he appeared on them after his death on the cross, and was believed to be the Messiah. So here are all details that we find in these ancient books, ancient citations about these other historians regarding Jesus that corroborate what the Gospels say about Jesus. And then we have also Talus that says the fact that there was the darkness. So when Jesus was crucified, there was darkness and there was an earthquake. So this again corroborates the Gospels, what the Gospels report. Tacitus, for example, instead says that Jesus lived in Judea, that he was crucified under Pontius Pilate, that he had followers who were persecuted for their faith in him. So again, the same that the Gospels say. So another corroboration. Then Mara Bar-Serapion, that was a Syrian philosopher, he reports here that Jesus was a wise and influential man who died for his beliefs, and that the Jews played a role in Jesus' death, and that Jesus' followers adopted and lived lives that reflected Jesus' beliefs. So again, different details. They don't say, they don't all say something regarding miracles, as you can see, but they say different things about Jesus that corroborate the Gospels. And therefore, we can then conclude that the Gospels were real eyewitnesses accounts. So that all the things that we find there are not made up details, are not made up things, but are actually real things that happened. Then we have Phlegon as well, that is reported to that Jesus had the ability to accurately predict the future and was crucified under the reign of Tiberius Caesar. So again, corroborating things that we find in the Gospels. And as well, the last thing, very, very nice, I like this one, is the Jewish Talmud. We find here two different citations and quotes, about the fact that Jesus practiced magic and led Israel astray. That is the first one. So again, here, corroborating the fact that Jesus has some kind of magical powers, right? He says here, practiced magic. So it's pretty unique, right? And then here there is another one that says that, so Jesus will be stoned because he practiced magic and enticed Israel to go astray. So another quote about the fact that Jesus was reported to practice magic. So did certain things that weren't possible to do, like some miracles, and therefore, again, another corroboration about what the Gospels say about Jesus. And yeah, these are just certain, and what in this book, what J. Warner Wallace was able to find regarding this. But you can see here that the answer is very simple. If the Gospels were the only accounts regarding Jesus, then we could doubt about the fact that he was able to perform miracles. But the fact that Jesus is also quoted in other non-biblical accounts, and many of them describe the fact that he had miracle powers, or he had some magical, he practiced magic. He other details regarding the fact that Jesus, when he died, there was an earthquake, there was darkness, he was crucified. All details that corroborate what the Gospels say, and therefore we can then most reasonably conclude that Jesus did perform miracles, and that what the Gospels say about him is true. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. God bless you. Bye bye.